The fight between prime Mike Tyson and Tyson Fury could not be more of contrasting styles and body types. Mike stands at 5'10", has big muscles, weighs 220, and has a short 71-inch reach. Fury, on the other hand, is 6'7", long 83-inch reach, and likes to box from the outside. Mike, on the other hand, likes to crowd his opponents and unleash quick, precise combinations on them with tremendous power behind his punches. Prime Mike Tyson would also constantly move his head as he threw punches in case his opponents threw counters, and he would shift to the opponent's side to create better angles. Fury likes to frustrate his opponents, and when they make a mistake, he likes to make them pay. He bides his time. Fury's punches don't carry as much power. Most of his punches are to confuse his opponents and to win points. During the fight, Fury would try and get in Tyson's head by talking trash and do a lot of clowning. He would use his pitter patter punches to try and taunt Tyson, while Tyson would be all business. Fury may have a huge reach advantage, but like Tyson said, the jab has to do a lot with timing rather than length. Tyson actually had an underrated jab. It was a stiff jab and set up combinations for him. Let's hear Mike Tyson's thoughts on fighting taller opponents.
For me, how tall I am, people in general saying, "You're not as big as I thought you was. Guys, your size doing all that damage. I always thought you were bigger." It's to my advantage because most fighters are used to fighting opponents 6'3", 6'2", the average heavyweight. And I feel that I use it to my advantage because I move my head. I'm very quick and I'm low to the ground and it's very difficult to hit. Crouched low just to make my opponents punch down because I know where they're going to punch at. Because I'm down there and I'm looking at them because I'm so low and I come up, I feel it's my advantage because they can't see most of my punches coming. I get a lot of leverage from my punches. And it doesn't matter if I punch up or straight or down or around. I have good leverage.
Bone Crusher Smith, a big guy. There are other big guys. They throw punches from way out in the bleachers. They land on people, and nothing seems to happen. What does it take for a real knockout puncher to get the job done?
Well, there's certain kind of knockout punches. There's something, being a big man really doesn't matter. It has no significance in knocking out someone. The main point is the quickness and what you throw the punches and the leverage is what you have in the shoulder snap. And the object of really knocking out an individual is throwing a punch where he can't see. And when there's combination punches, and when you throw punches and you keep his mind preoccupied with the body punches, and the other two punches that come to the head are the knockout punches. And then again, there's one punch knockout punches, which they throw one punch to the body, boom, boom, and then the other punch to the head, which again, the opponent's mind is so preoccupied on the one punch, which rattles them just a little bit, and that's when the other punch comes in.
Now, what I see in what you're saying is one, getting the shoulder in. A lot of fighters are arm punches. And secondly, the quickness so that the opponent doesn't see the punch and that's what knocks him out.
Something that always gets thrown out there is how previous generation of fighters could not compete with the modern heavyweights because they are simply too big. That isn't true. The top heavyweights of past eras from the 1960s and beyond have enough size to compete with modern heavyweights. They actually had more skills too, and since they weighed less, they were on average quicker. Look at what Wilder was able to do to Fury, and he only weighed 212 pounds. Yet, he was also the most devastating puncher of recent years. Now, back to the fight at hand. Tyson, his whole career, was used to fighting taller opponents. But for Fury, it would be hard to fight a shorter opponent since he isn't used to it. Plus, Tyson makes himself even shorter by crouching and bobbing his head. Fury would struggle with this style. Fury's pretty accurate with his punches, but he isn't that active with his punch output. He would miss a lot of his punches since Tyson had excellent head movement and he kept his hands up to protect his chin in the peekaboo style. Fury would try to clinch and smother Tyson when he got in close. However, Tyson was strong enough to break free and get punches off. I could imagine him giving the classic hook to the body and then going for an uppercut. The advantage of having those shorter arms is it takes less space to create power punches. Tyson would be ripping punches to Fury's body, which would wear Fury's stamina down and make him more stationary on the ropes. Tyson is faster than Fury, so even early on, Fury would have to move a lot and be defensive. Fury's too big to keep moving for 12 rounds. Eventually, he has to exchange with Tyson. Fury has the ability to sit down on his punches and hurt opponents, but he can't knock out someone of Tyson's caliber. Tyson in his prime had a good chin. His thick neck enabled him to absorb punches better. He took clean punches from harder hitters than Fury and didn't go down. Fury has a tremendous heart and amazing recuperative abilities. However, being taller doesn't mean he can take a punch better. He still has a normal sized head. Fury has been knocked down 7 times in his career, even by fighters that aren't big punchers, such as Usyk and Cunningham. Fury at some point would get tagged by Tyson and he would go down. Fury would get up and most likely would try and gain Tyson's respect by using his offense as his defense, like he did against Wilder. However, this is a bad idea since Tyson is more skilled than Wilder. He is a good finisher. Wilder turns into a windmill with his punches when he hurts his opponents, which leaves him wide open for counters. That is why Fury won the remainder of the 12th round in their first fight. Tyson, on the other hand, maintains his composure and is like a marksman with his punches. He has power in both hands, and the way this fight ends is either by TKO win before the 7th round for Tyson or a decision win for him. I don't see how Fury can win this fight. Styles make fights, and Tyson's style is horrible for Fury.